Welcome. We are live streaming. We are so glad that you are here. We're so glad that you could join us. We are so glad for the internet. So we're so glad that you're joining us this night for a little deep breath, a little meditation, a little bit of checking in with each other, and just being in this space together. So we have our beloved chalice right next to us here, and I have my handy assistant, otherwise known as Karen, my wife, who's going to light our chalice this evening. So before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about the technology. We are on YouTube Live. You can get to worships through our webpage where you did. We're hoping that that was really easy for you. We were looking for the easiest platform possible, accessible with just 2 clicks on the website. There is a chat on the side. If you can look to the right, there is a chat on the side of the video. Please feel free to comment along. So this is one of the benefits of having worship virtually, is you can actually talk all the way through. And our wonderful moderator, Carol Benwell, is going to be facilitating the chat there. So please find that as a useful way to build community. And if you are having any technical problems, there are 3 people to call on the email today. They're standing by to help with any technical support. So what I would like to do is let's practice on that chat right there, and I would love to have a little check-in. So I want to know how you're doing. I really do. I know it has been a whirlwind of a week. It has been changing every single day. And I would love a sentence or 2 about how you're doing, how you're holding up, what kind of mindset that you are in now. So I'm just going to give a few minutes for you all to check in. And I'm going to talk a little bit about where we are as you're doing that. I'm going to be watching all of this. So we are in an unprecedented situation right now. It is unlike anything that I've really experienced, although I have compared it in some ways to hurricanes in Florida, where everything's changing and you're watching the path and you hunker down, which I still don't know what that means. I've compared it to living in Orlando after the Pulse massacre, and just how fast things were developing and the anxiety levels, but also preparing and taking care of each other. Some people I've seen have compared it to 9/11 and what happened after that. And my great hope is that we embrace the part after 9/11 where we all took care of each other, where we all checked in on each other, where we showed our love for each other. I want to acknowledge that while a lot of us are holing up in our homes, that there are a lot of people who are not getting to stay inside at home. I want to send a special shout out to all of those who are actually working significantly more right now, our medical workers, people who have to work to keep our systems going, people who can't afford to not work, people who don't have sick time, and then a big shout out to all of the people who don't have homes, who counted on meals being delivered in different ways, and just our most vulnerable people. But for a lot of people, you are entering kind of a lockdown situation. It's a contemplative time. It's looking for new ways to connect. It's possibly having a lot of time on your hands. So as we get into that space, I would like you to settle into your body. Wherever you're sitting, laying down, hanging out, find a way to ground your body in wherever you are. Find something to look at, a point off in the distance. And go ahead and stare at that. I'm going to share a meditation, and then we're going to have 2 minutes of silence. And I know 2 minutes feels like a really long time, but I'd like you to stare at that point and just be in your body and breathe and lower your shoulders and let some of the stress go and let some of the worry go. It's just for 2 minutes. Connect with whatever grounds you and send your energy out into this world. It needs it. So this is from Brother Richard Hendrick, a priest in Ireland who wrote this yesterday. It's called Lockdown. Yes, there is fear. Yes, there is isolation. Yes, there is panic buying. Yes, there is sickness. Yes, there is even death. But they say in Wuhan, after so many years of noise, you can hear the birds again. They say that after just a few weeks of quiet, the sky is no longer thick with fumes, but blue and gray and clear. They say that in the streets of Assisi, people are singing to each other across the empty squares, keeping their windows open so that those who are alone may hear the sounds of family around them. They say that a hotel in the west of Ireland is offering free meals and delivery to the housebound. Today, a woman I know is busy spreading flyers with her number through the neighborhood so that the elders may have someone to call on. Today, people are preparing to welcome and shelter the homeless, the sick, the weary. All over the world, people are slowing down and reflecting. All over the world, people are looking at their neighbors in a new way. All over the world, people are waking up to a new reality, to how big we really are, to how little control we really have, to what really matters, to love. So we pray and we remember that yes, there is fear, but there does not have to be hate. Yes, there is isolation, but there does not have to be loneliness. Yes, there is panic buying, but there does not have to be meanness. Yes, there is sickness, but there does not have to be disease of the soul. Yes, there is even death, but there can always be a rebirth of love. Wake to the choices you make as how to live now. Today, breathe. Listen. Behind the factory noises of your panic, the birds are singing again. The sky is clearing. Spring is coming, and we are always encompassed by love. Open the windows of your soul, and though you may not be able to touch across the empty square, sing. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within, and we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. We are going, heaven knows how we are going, but we know within, and we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. If you know, sing with me. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within, and we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Whoa, ya, ya, whoa, ya, ya. Whoa, ya, ya, whoa, ya, ya. Whoa, ya, 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 whoa, ya, ya. Whoa, ya, ya, whoa, ya, ya. That's a song that I learned before I was a UU. I used to sing it to my boys when they were babies. And then I found out it was in the UU hymnal. And I knew at that point I needed to be a Unitarian Universalist. I hope you joined me with the singing. So this is a short service tonight. This is just, it's a check to see how you're all doing. I would love for you to tell me in the chat how you are finding this, how it feels for you. And I want to say some words. I want to say some words for those out there who are our most vulnerable. And they are vulnerable for so many reasons. Are people who are older and who might be health compromised in the first place, and who may be more fragile. I don't know, I keep saying in my own UU prayers, I am praying for you. And I don't know what my UU prayers are sometimes. And I find that with a lot of UUs that we say that we don't believe in prayer until something really scary happens. And then we need to pray. And I know that that's the case for me. So prayer might be connecting with the earth. It might be connecting with your human family around you. It might be praying to a deity that you don't know exists. It might be sending energy out into the world. But whatever it means for you, I am doing it for you. And I'm praying for those who are younger and who have more vulnerable jobs and who are looking at their income that might be just slipping away. I am praying for the people who are one paycheck away from ruin, which is a huge part of our population. I am praying for those whose jobs are affected, their families are affected, they're worried about loved ones that they can't get to. I am praying for all of you. And I have a wish. I keep telling everybody, can you just wrap yourselves in bubble wrap and stay inside? Just stay inside. Just don't let anything happen to you. You are so precious. to me. And I want to tell you all of the different ways that we are hoping to support you through this. We don't know how long it's going to be, and we are making this up as we go along. But we want to support families who are suddenly finding a lot of time on their hands together. We will be having story times and activities and different things for our kids. We will be having different kinds of Zoom gatherings for small groups. We will be having worship as often as we can. Well, not as often as we can, that's pretty, but we will be having it regularly as long as technology and health is there. And I want to see what questions you might have. You can list them in the chat there. I can't promise that we will have answers. In fact, I can actually promise that we don't probably have answers, but we want to know what questions you've got and what you're thinking. And we do want to let you know that we will be having worship tomorrow. It's at 10:30. It's going to be right here. Our own Mary Coda is going to be playing piano for us, so that's going to feel familiar and wonderful. And it will be a little different. It's going to be more participative, and we will look for your feedback on how that's working for you as well. But for now, my beloveds, stay safe. Stay in community. You are not alone. We are all in this together. Please check up on each other. Please see how our most vulnerable people are doing. Please keep your sense of humor. And please pray for all of us who are trying to stay connected with you as well. We will appreciate that. Benji and Katie and Stephanie and I and all of our staff who are going to be trying to figure out new ways of doing ministry. We appreciate that. And until tomorrow morning, I love you, and we will see you soon.